Okay, that was a bizarre noise behind me. Anyway, the plan is for today, I did manage to get this wing, this fender, sanded. That's what I've forgotten. I've forgotten my damn heat gun to remove these damn stickers. Oh well, I'll have to figure something out for that. Some thinners or something. But anyway, what is remaining on this is finish off this fender and this fender and the four doors and the rear fenders. So the aim is today and hopefully tomorrow, well maybe today actually, if I can stick with it till late tonight, I should get this finished. All of the sanding done. Few areas where I want to go back over again. But overall, she's pretty close to where I want her to be. Still got this fender to do, but I brought a more aggressive wire wheel. So get into that, get into some of these bits here, like there, where I couldn't get into last week. I think there's another area somewhere there. Yeah, there. And once I've got these done, then I can okay, that was a bizarre noise behind me, but whatever. I must admit though, I have often wondered, especially with the old with the military vehicles like the old Jimmy here, it does make you wonder if anything's still attached to them. Anyway, I'm procrastinating, so let's get the doors open and let's get this started. Well, it's been a fairly productive day. I have got the rest of that left-hand fender now complete. The right-hand fender is now basically done. Still got the doors on this right-hand side to do in the rear fender. But yeah, this one in particular took a little bit more than expected, but you know, it's the way it goes. So I had hoped to have this complete tonight, ready for shooting some sealer on it tomorrow, but that's not going to happen. Made my way down the doors here. Still got to do around the door handles there. It's getting on a bit now, so I'm just continuing on down this side. I am at this back fender, however, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with a wire wheel and just take it down to bare metal all the way around. It's tried sanding a little bit on this edge, and the Bondo in it is just horrendous, really bad. So I think what I'm going to do, I've got the camera light set up there. I'm going to plug on with this fender for a little longer, just see how far I can get with it before it gets too dark. It's getting on for 4:30 now, so probably go till maybe 5:30, something like that. Call it a day. This seam in the fender, this is a really good example of just how this car was just really hacked together. Got the Bondo off, and this entire ridge down the fender, this whatever you want to call it, that was all rust. Now it wasn't rusted through, it was just surface, and they just Bondoed over it and sanded it into the shape of the seam. I have no idea why. To me it would have been easier just to sand the rust off than mess about actually sanding Bondo into the shape of the seam, but you know. And it's Halloween as well, which is, I'm quite sad actually, because I normally spend Halloween in Virginia, and it's just a really, really fun time. I do enjoy it. Sadly, we just don't celebrate it the same here in the UK, and it's predominantly a kids' holiday. Well, it's not even a holiday. It's, you know, just a kids' event. I mean, you do get a little bit of adult interaction. I mean, we're seeing a lot more these past few years, but nowhere near on the scale as what you find in the US. So, missing my usual travel around Spirit, and that's the other one, Halloween City. I do love those stores. It's just a fun time. I mean, it is really just a fun time. So, instead of celebrating Halloween this year, I will be sanding a Wolseley down. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to put the camera down and hit this rear fender, see how far I get. Well, I've got a huge amount taken off there, and really nice steel, solid steel underneath. Again, it's one of those things that I just don't understand what they've been doing with this car, but whatever. Got all of that cracking and contouring and whatever the hell it was. But one thing I did discover is that there is a couple of little dents, and they'd actually filled the dents with silicone bathroom sealer. So yeah, that was good. So, and that's where it was lifting. It had a thin skim of sealer just up here. There's a couple of little dents in there, and yeah, they filled it with silicone sealer. So yeah, there you go. But it's out now, so I'm calling it a night. It's plenty dark outside, so gonna crash out in front of Netflix and get back to this tomorrow. So anyway, so I may just call the video with that and come back tomorrow and see how far we get. So have a good one and happy Halloween, guys. So here we are again. It's morning and we're going to get on with it. So we have this right hand side left to do today, and a few more little areas I want to hit again. I want to go along this edge at the top. A couple of little, you know, just bits and pieces. Get it as smooth as I can before I hit it with the sealer. I mean, obviously it's done its body work after that, but may as well start with as smooth a body as possible. Yeah, it hasn't been hideously bad. I mean, really, the amount of work that I put into it so far is pretty much what I expected. Had hoped to have been a little further along than I am at the moment, but you know, it is what it is. Just got to roll with it. So, right, let's get the doors open, let's get the tractor moved, and get it rolled up to the big door there. Just a little bit more space and easier to get the dust swept outside. So, let's get to it. So I'm just taking a moment here, grab the camera to show you one of the things I'm dealing with this rear fender. This is Bondo, however, we hit silicone sealer. Yeah, that belongs on bathtubs, not on cars. But yeah, they've ran it around this rear fender, and I'm assuming the other one's going to be the same. Why? I mean, honestly, why would you do this? Well, anyway, I'm going to get another scraper and get the rest of it out. But yeah, I just wanted to take a moment to show you just how botched up this rear fender has been, which lays behind the problems it was having with the paint. Something else I wonder if this rear fender's been replaced at some point, because as I was cutting through some of the paint here, I noticed that she has yellow. So this rear fender at least has been yellow at some point. And it's not primer either. It is actual top coat. Yeah, so this yellow here I'm guessing was probably an enamel finish, something like that. So let's get this sanded. I'll get the front one taken off and sanded, put back on, and then we'll move the car over and start the other. Well, actually I may have some lunch and then start the other side. So I've got the car moved over. I think on this side I'm definitely going to start on this fender, because that's where the most work's going to be. The doors themselves, I know the doors on the left weren't too bad, so fingers crossed these will be the same. Still a little bit of work to do on that front fender, but otherwise she's almost there. Obviously there's still the hood to do, and there is the spare wheel cover. Anyway, I digress. Gonna attack this fender first. Doesn't look to be in a bad a condition as the other one, so who knows when I get into it, but nevertheless I'm expecting lots of Bondo and possibly some silicone around this edge, because I can push the paint in, and yeah, you should not be able to do that. I don't even know if you can hear this. That's because silicone compresses when you press on it. Still got this bit to do. Yeah, but I want to get that side finished first, and then I'll get into this. Out of everything, this back window has been my biggest concern, because it is, I don't know what this is. It's not silicone, I know that, but maybe it's just some type of sealer, household product, who knows. So, enough of me yabbering, let's just get on and get it done. Okay. So, yeah, as expected, and there it is. Silicone. I mean, I don't even know what to say. So I'm going to hit that with the wire wheel, just to get all of that out of there, and then it's back to the sandpaper. Yeah, not a lot to say really, but as expected. Anyway, let's continue. Well, all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn it. Anyway, I'm going to hit that with a wire wheel. Actually, out of curiosity. And at least that's solid around there. That's not. Yeah. Anyway, one place at a time. Well, there we go. That's this side now complete. Basically, what I'm going to do now is there's a couple of areas I want to hit again, like up here on the roof. And I've hit this back window, but I want to do it again. There's a few areas that I'm just not overly happy with. I just generally work my way through it. Again, a few areas around here. Just want to smooth it a little bit more. And then that's it. Rinse her off and get it back in the workshop and get it dry and take it from there. Hasn't been too bad, to be honest. You know, rubbing down any car is just a messy process regardless of what it is. So that's it. Right, let's get the camera put down and get this finished. Well, there she is, sanded and ready for sealer tomorrow. And yeah, shoot her in the morning. And this is where the hard work begins, because she's ready to be body worked. So hopefully I'll be able to get this video up by this time next week. And the original video, the first video in this series, has just gone up there, so go check that out. But yeah, there we go, that's it. One thing though, this is like the rat rod side of me coming out. That is a really cool patina on there. Well, a really cool effect. It's not patina, but I'll be honest, that would be cool just cleared. You know, drop a small block in it, 9-inch rear, yeah, set of big liddles on it. Yeah, I know the purists are going, what's this guy talking about? Yeah, I can't help it. Anyway, I'm going to shut this down, close the video here and let this dry overnight, get her inside, and that'll be it till tomorrow. I'll set the camera up and I will shoot some footage of me painting. So good night and have a good one.